Hello everyone and welcome back to Megaquarium, where in the last episode we finished off Heartcliff Research Facility and now we have Myra to move on to. I do apologise for the bit of the wait with the beginning of this new aquarium. As many of you know, I am preparing to go to TwitchCon this year, so I've had a lot of stuff to prepare. So that is also a heads up that some of these episodes will be recorded a bit in advance. So if you've got some amazing suggestions for me, please do leave the comments down below. I will be reading them and quite probably responding to them while I'm away, but it may be a few episodes before I can actually implement the awesome advice that you no doubt have to share. So Myra, take charge of Myra Aquarium, where the only size that fits is large. Okay. Fair enough then, I suppose. The new owners of Myra Aquarium have decided that its collection of smaller animals just won't cut it anymore. In fact, they have charged you with the ambitious goal: obtain and house a collection of 5 awe-inspiring sharks. It doesn't stop there. So convinced that size is all that matters, they have forbidden you to purchase anything that they deem too small. Even small tanks and filters are off the menu. On the plus side, each time you obtain a new shark, they'll reward you with a bunch of cash and animals. So they should be your priority. Are you ready to think big? Get to... okay. Right, okay, so we can have a bit of a research. We've got the shark down here. That seems like an obvious one to go for. Common cuttlefish. I think we're going to go with the epaulet shark. Shark prefers to walk rather than swim. I mean, I've got to be honest, I do as well. We can get the tunnel tank or the deep outcrop tank. It's actually a pretty good idea, though I wouldn't mind getting a nitrate reactor. I think we're going to go for a nitrate reactor, and we're immediately going to pause things because we need to have a look around. I'm noticing some really nice things here. I'm loving the walls. I really like this little closet area back there. That's a good idea that I might actually steal for other places. We've got some odds and sods in the corners with some nice seating. Same over there. Okay, I kind of like that. That's not particularly nice though. I don't like that part. No. We've got just a regular lagoon tank with access for people to go ahead and... I'm not super big on that. Honestly, I don't like that setup at all. Alright, and we've also got a little place over here that needs some extra rocks, it seems. Yes, they are not particularly happy about their lack of rocks, so let's give them some more rocks. What do we have? Let's get some living rocks, about there, and one more maybe? Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to pop something over there as well. There we go. That should make it nice for them. Now, we do have... it's kind of a bit of a mess, really. Oh, I don't know about the net in the tank, honestly, especially a small tank like that. We've got a lot of small tanks. Okay, well, we've got to get a couple of sharks here. Let's have a look at what else we can do. We can unlock quite a few things once we hit Prestige 7. Very, very well. And in terms of the fish we have, I've got a decent selection, actually. Okay, I'm not too dissatisfied with this one, though I'm not entirely certain about the placement here. Though, I guess it's not so bad. What kind of item? We've got some coffee machines as well. Sure. Let's have the coffee machine right there. And we are definitely 100% moving this toilet somewhere else. For now, though, I'll just pop it down there just so I can get this in position. There we go. And I think we're going to actually copy this little setup over here. So let's go ahead and do that. First, we're going to want some benches. 1, 2, something like so. Then we'll get a couple of these items in there. So a drinks machine, a chocolate machine. Got to fill those rumbly tumblies. And a coffee machine as well. As a bin. Because otherwise, litter. And I don't like litter. Now, as for the lavatory, well, I think for now we're just going to go ahead and sink that in here. There we are. And much the same over on this side as well. Just sink it in right to. And then we'll place these just buried into the walls a little bit. Because, honestly, I really dislike the idea that people can just see around the side of it. It looks a little bit too much like what it is, which is basically a porta potty. There we we go. And we'll pop this one in here. There we are. That should help out a little. I could perhaps have another one down here, maybe. Maybe another one up there as well. Just in case, you know, so that my customers always have somewhere to go. But we'll leave it at that for now. Okay. Right then. Let's have a proper watch of these tanks. In fact, let's acquaint ourselves with the tanks that we've got. So we've got a couple of small fish already. That's good. We're gonna have to take very good care of them though, because those are the only small fish that we're gonna be getting, by the seams of it. All right. Well, let's have a look at the fish that we've got. We have none of these fish yet. Ah, so we're primed to set up some completely new tanks. Got quite a few cold water tanks as well. Alright, I like this. Now we've got a couple that want a fairly large tank. You'll eat stony corals, soft corals, clams. That should be fine. You'll eat small fish, but none of our fish should be small. So that's something that we can be happy with, I would imagine. And maybe you'd be able to eat fish with a size 5 once they've grown. I might want to add in a couple of these larger fish slowly as a result. So there's plenty of time for them to build up. Now, what kind of viewership have my tanks got? It's not amazing. I think what we'll do is we'll gently guide our guests in this direction. So if you've come across to this side, go that way. Come across to this side, go that way, ideally. And just wander around and then maybe back up. That tank might get a bit of a miss. We'll have to see. So, to get sharks, well, we're going to have to build up to sharks. So, first and foremost, ooh, wait. I noticed there, yeah, this lack of pumps, that's going to be a big problem for me. A really rather large issue, actually. I don't like it. How about we clean this up by having some sort of central area to the side, which such wasted space in here. That's the problem. So much wasted space. And what's happened is that heater got taken out. I like having more redundancy than that, though. I really do. We may have to have a look into this one, but wait, how are those? Oh, really? They can pass through walls? Oh, that's something I wasn't aware of before. Alright, well that's actually pretty cool. We're learning something. I do like the fact that the game is continuing to teach me things. But let's look at setting up a little area back here. It's going to be, well, I say little, it's going to be quite a large area back here. Still, we'll look at setting it up the same. Now, we're going to want some larger tanks. I like the fact that it shows you how big it can get to. Let's get a... We could go for 2 deep corner tanks. Something a bit like this. And another one over there. And have them right up against each other if we really want to. That'll give me 48, which is large enough for some of the stuff I want to do. Maybe, actually. Let's make it a decent size, though. Yeah, 64 tank. Then we're going to place down a deep wall tank over on this wall. Something like this. Another 64 tank. Perhaps. I do like the recesses. If only for book stands, really. We'll just go with this for now. Let's sink in a recess. So we want to draw this out. I really like this wall type, by the way. Really like this wall type. I think it is a keeper. There we go. We've now got access. And I would like to add in... You got anything like guidebooks? Yes, we do. Good. Let's pop in a little guidebook in there. I'm going to pop a staff door over here for the time being. And we'll just expand this out to have a little bit of room for things like guidebooks. I think that would be perfect. Let's pop in a little... Oh wait, that's balloons. Well, I want to put down balloons anyway. So that makes a lot of sense to me. We'll have that one in there. And then let's pop a balloon stand somewhere. We've got to get that cash in somehow. We can have a balloon stand maybe right around here, because that'll draw people in. Yes, I like that idea. Now, of course, the other balloon stand is quite far away, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. Let's pop that one. Yeah, about there will do as well. There we go. That should be good. Right, so these tanks. Now, I'm going to want to wall this area off at the back here. Maybe just have a door there, and maybe another tank around that area in time as well. For the moment, though, a regular door will do perfectly. Now, what kind of fish are we going to go for? We're going to go for warm, tropical fish, or not? Because that's really going to define everything else that goes here. I think we're going to go for tropical fish. For the time being, I think that would make a little bit more sense. Now, we've got a tank that can handle you. We've easily got a tank that can handle you. Even got a tank that would handle you. You want to be in a tank with 3 of your friends. We can definitely manage that for you. Alright. Let's start out with 3 of these then. Humpback snappers. Now, they want to be in a shoal of 3. Easy enough to sort out. But once you get to your full size, you might want to eat your friends. It'll take you 5 days to get there, though. You only need to fish with the size 3 or less right now, though, so that wouldn't be so bad. 3 of you in there. There we are. Is there any kind of quality of life changes yet? No, they haven't been. I was hoping that there may be some quality of life changes that would allow us to very quickly see how much room we need in a tank. Yep. And then we'll hook this one up to the other tank as well. First things first, we're going to need a fair chunk of heat. Do we have it in the really big heat? We really don't. Wow, okay. It's a bit of a pain in the bum. Alright. So 2 of these then. There we go. And then we need some filtration. For the time being, we'll just pop down a large filter. Right there. And that'll be good enough for the time being, but it won't stay that way, unfortunately. We're going to need to make sure that we've got some sand eel dispenser over here. There we go. Sorted. Ooh, not so keen on that wall. Ooh, I really like the tiling at the front, but I'm not so sure about the tiling at the back of the tank, though. No, I'm not very keen on that one, I'll be perfectly honest. Okay, so we've almost used up all of the tank here with just the 3 of them. Maybe we'll just keep... well, in fact, we could go for 4, I guess. No. Well, actually, no. We could fit 4 in. I guess that wouldn't be a terrible thing. All right. What else do we need in there? Nothing, actually. That being said, we're not going to leave it at nothing. No. We want to make it a nice, interesting habitat for our fish. We want to give them plenty of things to play with. Keep their minds occupied. Okay, compass in the middle. Maybe compass at the back, actually. And then some plants as well for them to swim around. And then like this at the front. Well, kind of front. Kelp. And then maybe some eelgrass at the back. I'm not going to go for rocks in this tank, I don't think. Well, actually, we'll pop in one. The live rocks right at the front there. There we go. That should be a nice little tank. Now, what are we going to put in their neighbouring tank is the question. We've got very little water quality room, though. I fear we're going to have to address that already. Given that, then, let's position you over there where there's plenty of room. And then we can hook up this larger pump right here. And we only need to hook it up into one spot. Then we can go for a large protein skimmer. And that should help out with the water quality enormously. Yeah, it has. Perfect. Right, what fish would we like in here? Now, if we are going to be going with just a single type, then I'd prefer something with very high prestige, if we can manage it. Well, we've already got you, so that's not an issue. And we've got 5, 9, and that'll only get higher. You do take quite a lot of room. Well, how big is this tank? It's only 48, so I could have 1. not exactly what I would like. How about we go for... Sure, some French angelfish. We'll have 4 of them in there. I think that should be fine. Not enough money. Giant diamond blast. Well, that's awkward because I've not got... I always do this. Go for you at the back. Right there. I can always transfer some of this across. Just to try and make it a little bit nicer in here for you guys. I always do this. Why? My lord. There we are. We just need an extra 2. So yes, I guess all of the greenery is going across it. But on the plus side, it is okay. So we can unpause and let people start checking out the new tank. Which is going to look pretty bloody amazing. I think we can all agree. Look at all that. We really need to get that up higher though. Like a lot higher. Otherwise we are going to have some problems moving forward. Let's get some more of this in there. There we go. Don't necessarily want to have this too close together, so let's just do something like this for now, and then maybe a barrel right at the back. This one's much more of a object-filled tank. I think we're going to have a bit of kelp in there as well. Pop a little bit of kelp down, just towards the front there. Just something. I'm not liking how little green is in that tank, but we'll just have to watch. For the time being, we'll have to watch. Now, of course, next up, we need to do a little bit of decoration at the back, because we need to make this whole area the right, the staff zone paint. There we go. Do we want to change the paint on any of these? I really do like that, though. I really like it. But I just don't think it works out for the fish. I think I'd rather have something like this with the brick walls in the background. Not sold. Not sold on that at all. These ones, of course, look a little bit different as well, but... no. I think for the time being, we'll just leave as... oh, yes, there we go. We can leave as is for now, and I'll see about different combinations in time. Got a couple of things that need to be worked on. Let's go and check out our stuff. Nigel, I would like you to prioritize fixing, please. Claire, you can prioritize feeding. And Penny, oh wow. Actually, I'd like you to prioritize talking and then feeding. Well, actually, no, talking and then cleaning, since you're the only person who can do that. Now, I can create new zones if I really want to. That might be useful, but not right now. Let's actually have a look at people that we can hire, though. Got a couple of pretty good feeders. Got someone who can handle a gift shop. We're going to need you, so let's hire you. There you go, Benny. Where are you? There we go. Gift shop should be your priority, please. There we are. Excellent. Now, I wouldn't mind getting a podium up and running. Where are we? There's the podium. Right, I could have... Sure, if I pop this here, then I can have a couple of talks, but I kind of like having the podium near the exhibit that they're going to be talking about. So, sure, we'll pop this one there. Grab a mic headset. Oh dear, where are they? Ah, that's right, that's going to be in here. There we are, microphone headset. I guess I could make this room a little bit bigger. Sure. This is non-feeding supplies. I kind of like that. I do like a couple of the things they've done with this particular aquarium. I may have to look into this. Right, basic aquarium info, no. Tank maintenance, no. I would like the French angelfish talk. Ah, it's a little bit too far away though. No, humpback snapper talk then it is. And put a day in between each talk, please. Now, whilst someone is handling this one, I'll set up the other talk to happen. More or less, right after you finish, I'll set up another podium over here, and we'll have the French angelfish talk. There we go. Perfect. I'm liking it already. Do we have any more uses in this one? 3. 2. Okay. Looks like someone should be going to restock these. Good, good, good. There we are. Decent little bit of the ecology points coming in there. Right, next up, we want a new podium. And this one should be just about there, sure. Ah, there we go. We've got the shark already. Right, next one then. The bull huss. Bull huss are known for their lazy lolling on the sun. I like it. Lolling. I like that word. Their favourite food is crab. And they have a special technique for eating, hermit. Shaking the shell so vigorously that the crab loses its grip and slides out. I mean, that would do it, yes. Sure, you are good to go. Alright, I would like to have angelfish and 2 days between. That one's 2 days away. Maybe I should have waited. Next up is later today. It shouldn't be. It should be tomorrow at this point. We'll see how that goes. So that's fine. There we are. So we won't need it. Really? But... drag. That's at the wrong time. It really is. I'm going to have to set it to 0 days. And then change it up once the talk is finished. So that's 1 day until the next talk, and I need this talk to happen again today. Or is it going to be messed up? Looks like it may be messed up, actually. Alright, yoink. There we go. Pop it back down. Ah, drag. Make sure. Oh no, sorry, I moved it around. My bad, my bad. There we go. That is all set up now. Alright, so they should be on alternating days as a result. Now, people are going to be a little bit snarky about this talk because it's happening so close to the last one, but that's fine. The main thing is just to get that going. However, looks like we've got some heat issues over here. Yeah, both of them. Alright, need you to be gone then, and we're going to replace you with a larger heater. Let's get a much better heater in place. There we go. It's not ideal, because one heater goes down, all of them effectively go down. That's the beauty of having these things in a daisy chain, is you got redundancy. That's really the main benefit of it, is having just lots and lots of redundancy. Is there any way that we could fit that in here? I'm not sure there is. That being said, I could connect these two up. Yes, okay. Alright, we may be able to do something about this. Let's move these around, because ultimately I feel that it is important enough that we try. I'm a little concerned that if we don't... Oh, wait, no, I can't gain access to this one now. There's such a squeeze in here. Okay, I'm going to need to make a pump area off to the side down here, I think. It's the only way. Unless... On the plus side, it wasn't like we had any exhibits over there anyway, so I'm just replacing a wall with, for all intents and purposes, is just another wall. Right, now, over on this side, we will move these across. It is going to mean that these little areas are not quite as good, but I think we're going to have to reposition a lot of stuff in here, ultimately, to make this work. And let's get you down here as well. Oh, we needed a lot of stuff in this one. Oh my. Right, so we've got one double tank there. I'm going to take this door away. I'm going to just pop it in there for now. I'm afraid you'll have to access through the numerous other doors that we've got. I am going to also move this one along. Connect it up there. Then connect you across there. Then move this down. There we are. This can be rotated. And then I would like a large protein skimmer there, just for the bit of redundancy there. Now with that done, we've got enough room to play around a little bit. For example, we could do something very nice over here. What kind of fish are in there? It is warm. Good, good, good. Gotta check. You never know. Right. I'm afraid these are going. We don't need these. the multi-pump setup is just so much better than anything else. Let's get a pump right there. We will have these connect up to today's chain. There we go, and everything is all right already. But this time we're going to add in another heater. There we go. More than enough heat now. In addition to, I'm going to say another large filter and a protein skimmer. That being said, it would be a little bit more useful if I just pop that one there. Simply because it gives a few different routes to access these tanks for feeding. Which, for obvious reasons, is quite important. As for this tank, though, how are we going to hook you up? Eh? How are we going to do that? I think the way that we're going to do this is by getting rid of this. I know, it's crazy. Because we're not actually going to replace it with anything just yet. I'm going to hook you up there. Then I want this to hook up to this tank over there. And we're going to do exactly the same again. Get rid of both of these. And another pump connecting these two. So this one and this one. And finally we've got the full daisy chain. Now let's have a look. We're producing more than enough heat. Please tell me this tank is cold water. Oh my lord. And this tank cold water. And this tank cold water. This tank. Yeah, I need to close some of these. Got a horrible sinking suspicion. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Phew! I was a little worried there. Because I realized I was just looking at the temperature in the tank. Well, of course the tank is hot. I've just connected it up to hot water. My goodness. Doesn't mean the fish in there want that. But no, this actually should be enough, I would say. The only thing is, how close are we? We've actually got very good water quality. Surprisingly. Very, very good water quality, actually. Given that, I could even afford to move some of these things around a little bit more. We'll reserve this for the nitrate skimmer. But I will add in another large protein skimmer over here. And that should allow for quite a lot of water quality and quite a lot of heat. We've got two redundant heat systems. I mean, it's not ideal. It would actually be better with an extra one, but it's fine. If I just connect up a hot water item to the side of this tank, for example, that water should get filtered through. So, for example, if I pop this down, right there we go. Because it doesn't need to be connected to the pump. That's something that I haven't actually expressly said. It doesn't need to be connected to the pump. The pump, don't think of the pump as in the means of distributing what's connected to it. Think of it as literally just linking the environments of multiple tanks. No matter how the environment of that tank is changed, whether it's by a crustacean in the tank, something connected directly to the tank, or something connected directly to the pump, it still changed the environment of the tank, and that's what the pump is sharing.